Hey guys, it's Kerri-Ann and we are back for another arts and crafts studio tour. So this is my newish studio that I have had built in my house. It's a tiny little room, but it's perfect for what I need it for, and it has my arts and my crafts and my sewing and hobbies equipment in it. So I still have my little art studio down in the conservatory, but this one here is for card making. The boys join in with their arts and crafts up here. As you can see, you'll find lots of things made by them dotted around. But it also is been fantastic for sewing because obviously in my art studio downstairs I don't have any electricity. So out on the desk at the moment are some of the projects that I have been working on, and you'll see some of the videos for those. That's just my phone charger because my battery seems to run down. So this is my small, I think it's an A3 quilting mat here. I do have a larger one on the way because this one just isn't big enough for the projects that I work on. So the things out on the table today, this is for a video that I'm going to start filming for you on how to make the reusable Christmas crackers. So I've cut the pieces to size there, they're ready to go. So my rotary cutter is my favourite tool of all at the moment in sewing because it just makes cutting so much quicker and easier. The book on the table there is just for ideas and plans and to-do list. Hanging up I've got my glue gun, my heat embossing for card making, stamping platforms, my acetate there, my inks, stencils, adhesives and tapes. And I've done a video before to show you all of my dies as well, so I use those with card making and also sewing. Moving along, I've got some of the different mediums that I use in my card making. I've got my new arm for filming, so that's my phone arm. My sewing machine, my trusty sewing machine, who must be at least 6, 7, well, got to be 7 or 8 years old now. So that's my sewing machine. And then I've got just a little stand that I got from IKEA and some of the bits and pieces I use and have to hand all of the time. So that's buttons, pins, scissors, and this little mouse that you see here was actually my nana. My nana passed away just a year and a bit ago now, but I inherited some of her sewing bits and pieces, so the little mouse is out on the table with me all the time to give me luck. And then I've got my embroidery threads, sewing threads, a pinboard which is not currently in use. At the top here I've got some scrap fabric boxes, so you can see the grey poking out at the top, but inside is red, I don't know if I can reach quite so high enough, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, grey, pink and purples I think that is at the end. Some of the fabric stash up there, and then some bits and pieces at the top there. Some bunting that says create on there, and then this is my latest addition to the sewing room. This is my creations and working projects hanger. So these are actually curtain hooks here, but they hold up the projects that I'm working on. So this one is one that I will do a video on soon, so it's my little scraps and scribbles free motion embroidery pudding onto a mat that then you put your knives and forks in here, and then that's a homemade placemat. So these are fantastic, you can make personalised ones for home, so I'll show you how to make those. And then underneath are just some quilting projects I'm working on, just having a bit of fun making those. And then some of the bits I've got finished and some of the pieces I've done. So I've done some zipper pouches, and I just found that these are super handy. I mean, I wish they would have hooked onto there, that would have been even better, but they're not quite big enough for that. So I've just got these hooks here, and then I hang everything up on there. Down here I've got some new felt that arrived because I was running low on felt, and I've got a little storage box here with zips in the top one and odds and ends in that one. That's my fabric odds and ends basket. That's my Lexi, who doesn't often get allowed to come in here, and that's Spursy, but I left the gate open so they've snuck in. If we come backwards a little bit, sorry about the shaking around, I wasn't looking where I was going then. I've got all my dies up on my board, so this is where I store all my smaller dies, and my nesting ones are on the opposite side of the room. Underneath here is the Gemini machine that I use for paper cutting and fabric cutting. And then the top of my sewing machine also lives under there. So that's raised up on a little table. And then I've always got 2 chairs in here because often one of the boys at least wants to come and join me. But sometimes they take it over, so I have to sit on the floor, which is quite funny. And yeah, so Lexi Boo, what are you doing? She knows she's not supposed to be in there. So that is the sewing, arts, crafts and sewing room as of today. So today it's November. I've just stuffed the red that I was working on with yesterday to make those mats. I've stuffed it in the top one. That should be a nice storage area of nice folded up fabrics, but it isn't. Oh, I have forgotten to show you in these drawers. They're not quite as neat as they usually are at the moment, but this is all my fabrics. I work mainly with fat quarter fabrics, so that's where I stash all that, and then the working projects pieces at the bottom. And then under there I've got stuffing and cushion pads and things as well. So yeah, so it's the beginning of November. I'm lost, but I think it's the 5th of November at the moment. It's actually lockdown, day 2 of lockdown 2 at the moment. So the reason why I'm spending a lot more time here in the sewing room is because I'm not actually allowed to open the shop at the moment. So you'll probably find that I do a lot more videos than usual. I shall head off now. Seems as the dogs seem to have found something to moan about, as you probably just heard. So I shall go see what they're up to, and then I shall get started on some more sewing projects. I hope you have had fun nosing around my sewing and arts and crafts room. If you've got any questions, do let me know. Send me a message or comment on them, and then I shall do my best to answer your questions. If you've got any things you want me to show you how to do, or products you want to have a little look at as well, then to keep you busy throughout lockdown, send me a message and I'll do my best to answer your questions and work on some of those projects as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do like, subscribe, comment. Every single bit of support helps me. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.